Hey guys, today we will be talking about social media and the impacts it has on teens. And all credits go to the Mayo Clinic website, Teens and Social Media Use, What's the Impact? It will be linked down in the description just to show you where I got my research from. So I'm going to be starting with the negative impacts. Number one, it can bring mental health down if they're exposed to cyberbullying, which is from the Mayo Clinic website. So basically, what this means is if a teen is being cyberbullied online, their mental health can significantly be affected by this. And I know a lot of people will just say, "Oh, you can block them, but they will take extreme measures to make sure just blocking them isn't an option. Like they'll threaten to share photos of the real person online if they are blocked, and it becomes more a matter of not just blocking them, but actually it becomes a threat to their person, which is why a lot of people tend to downplay this. But it really is an issue, especially as social media continues to be used by younger and younger audiences. So my second point is choosing to opt out of things to be alone and just glued to a screen, whether that be the TV or their phone or a tablet or just anything in general. They choose to not go hang out with their friends, for example, because they want to be alone at home with their phone or, something of the sort, because that's where they feel most comfortable. So they choose to stay alone and just not do things and go out like a lot of teens at least used to, because their social media is so prevalent in their life. So it can really be it can really have some bad negative effects. The third point is that social media can become distracting, especially from homework, exercise, and family activities, and that is from the Mayo Clinic. And this is that thing of being alone, especially. It becomes distracting to your social life, and you just can't get anything done. So you end up falling behind in classes. You don't talk to your family as much. You neglect your health a lot just because that social media and that screen has that effect on you. And I mean, this could go for anybody, because I feel like this is so prevalent now, especially with so many teens having devices nowadays. As social media use, because it is still growing, as it continues to grow and grow, this will become more of an issue, and we will see it in more populations, I feel like. My fourth point is that using social media a lot can spread misinformation, especially if you don't do your research and just click the repost button without thinking about what you're reposting, if that makes sense. Because I mean, I don't want to sound like a bummer, but even with AI usage now becoming what it is, it's hard to tell sometimes what things are real and what are fake. So if you just see this buzzword filled news headline just going around everywhere, you might think that it's real, and you might end up clicking repost because it you fall for it without doing your actual research, and then come to find out later that was completely fake, and you accidentally helped spread misinformation. Which I feel like that example just shows how fast misinformation can spread online, because it really is a problem, and that's where a lot of people get some of their unfounded beliefs from, and you would wonder where they got that from, but it's because they saw it on social media, and a lot of people tend to believe things on social media. My fifth point is that it can also lead to opinions about other people that aren't correct, and that is from the Mayo Clinic. So for example, you could see a post online that someone made to be hurtful to somebody else, but you're unaware of that. You end up seeing this untrue fact about them, and you go on assuming it's true, so you make false assumptions about this person and their character without really knowing who they are or what they're actually like. And it could, in some extreme cases, I can see it leading to people stopping friendships because they don't know what's real and what's not, because they've drawn these untrue assumptions from this post they saw on social media. My sixth point is that it can also expose teens to online predators, and that is also from the Mayo Clinic. So, as I've said, as social media continues to be used by younger and younger generations, we see everybody having access to talking to more age groups and everything. And especially people now, it's so easy to just like go online and lie. You can lie about your age or anything, and then you can be unknowingly talking to like just a random person. Like, you don't know who they are behind the screen. So a lot of teens can like be exposed to online predators that lie about their age just to get closer, because they don't know that's what's happening. And it can be really a really big issue, because as we were talking about with the cyberbullying and stuff, like, it can go to extreme cases. My last point is that it can foster a negative self-image, and this one's for me. I've seen personally, like, there are so many trends online about like body image and being skinny, or like, are you fat or are you skinny, or yada yada yada. These are the beauty trends. You need to have all this makeup, everything, because it's targeted towards me because I'm a teen. And I feel like especially if you spend so much time on social media, your thinking in your head can really be influenced by this, and in extreme cases, this is how people develop eating disorders, because they have such a negative self-image and they just don't know what to do with it. Now, there are positive impacts for social media use as well, which is now what I will be shifting to. So my first point is that it can lead to finding communities, especially within marginalized groups or the people that lack social support, or like are stressed, or any sort of like more rare medical conditions, which is also from the Mayo Clinic. Social media can really help them find their community, that they can like talk about their symptoms or their experiences, or just like relate with people who know what they're talking about, if it's specific to that disease, or they're growing up in that group or anything. So it's really easy to talk to somebody no matter where they are. The only thing that would be an issue really is a language barrier. So that's why social media can bring people together, especially that wouldn't have had a chance to talk before, and give them like a social outlet. My second point is that it can help people share interests in fandoms and such, which is from me. I know I really enjoy seeing all the content from my favorite like shows and movies and just like books online, and it really helps people like form communities and make connections as they talk about these things together, because it gives them a shared thing to bond over. And when people have like a shared thing to bond over, they like are more willing to share more things about themselves, and it can really lead to like actual friendships that come from like talking online and everything. My third point is that it can help people find comfort and relatability, because this one is from me. And this is because like again with the marginalized groups and like finding all these communities, you can find someone online that you really connect with, and that you can like really talk to. So you can find comfort in that person and like relatability with y'all's shared experiences and stuff. And just if you find someone that you can talk to, I'm sure it's helpful to people like that who maybe don't have as many like people they talk to in real life. So it's nice having that social media outlet to also talk to. My next point is that it can help people express themselves, and that is from the Mayo Clinic, because as within like the fandom spaces and everything, people create such amazing works. They like, it helps them to express themselves and express what they're feeling and thinking, and it gives them like a creative outlet rather than just like having all these ideas and not knowing what to do with them. Posting on social media can really help, even if not that many people see it, it gives you a way to put it out there in the world. My next point is that it can help teens connect and share experiences, especially about health and mental health, and that is also from the Mayo Clinic. It is really helpful as in with finding the communities. If you find someone that you like relate to. It's easier to talk about y'all's shared, or maybe even not shared, but experiences with mental health or just like physical health in general, because if you have someone in your age group, it really is easier to talk to them. If you find someone that you connect with and that you guys can have this bond over, it's more likely to like help y'all stay in contact too, because you like have that shared experience and it pulls people closer together basically. The last point from the Mayo Clinic is that it can help teens cope with reality. I feel like social media, even with all the bad things, it really is a source of good, because some people's lives, they really aren't the best, and that is from extenuating circumstances or anything of the like. That it helps people get an escape from what can be like a really bad situation. So it can help these teens cope with what they have to deal with every day, and that is how it can like be an escape basically from their like home life. So it can really be helpful. All right, guys, thank you for listening. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. Leave anything you have to say down in the comments. Bye.